Theresa May could learn a thing or two from Everton about how to make an easy exit from Europe. Because after throwing away a lead against Apollon Limassol at Goodison, the Blues are looking like they'll be out of the Europa League at the quickest possible opportunity. Ronald Koeman's side sit bottom of the table with just a point after 2 games and now head into back-to-back matches against the strongest side in Group E looking for a lifeline. It's not over, but Everton's are going to have to pull their finger out against Lyon if they are to remain in this competition and cut through the fear that is crippling their performances. Everton had fought back from going behind to put themselves in the driving seat when Nikola Vlasic came off the bench to make it 21 midway through the second half after Wayne Rooney's fortunate equaliser. And their task of securing a first win of the group stages was made easier when Limassol had Valentin Roberge sent off for a stamp on Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But Everton stood up to the heat about as well as a chocolate teapot as Hector Yus glanced a header past Jordan Pickford with 2 minutes left to level the game. Calvert-Lewin thought he'd won it for Everton in the dying stages, but his header was saved superbly by Bruno Vale in front of a disbelieving Gladys Street. But emotions turned to anger and frustration at the final whistle as the Blues campaign continues to lurch from one problem to the next. Wayne Rooney taps in for Everton's equaliser against Apollon Limassol image Colin Lane, and it was the feelings of his players that Koeman was focused on afterwards, once again saying they are playing afraid. Too many seem to have developed a phobia of going forward with the ball. It is threatening to ruin their season, but it is down to Koeman to find a way to sort it out before it's too late. The introduction of Vlasic at the start of the second half, in place of Idrissa Gueye, improved Everton. They played with more zip and were far more threatening. But all of that good work was undone by an inability to defend a free kick into the area. Limassol were meant to be the whipping boys of Group E, but everybody will fancy their chances against the Blues, who have gone backwards since last season. Nobody can dispute the players' work rate or effort, but way more is expected of this expensively assembled team, and of Koeman too. He keeps talking of a lack of confidence, but not many Evertonians will not accept that as a valid excuse for such one-paced and predictable football. Most of the squad are experienced professionals, who have been playing at the highest level for years and so aren't experiencing pressure for the first time. They can't even point to an edgy atmosphere at Goodison as recent Everton sides have. They are just not cutting it, and much of their performance here wasn't just ineffective, it was also boring. Koeman says he knows what the fans want to see. They don't want back, so why don't the players know this? Surely HES told them. Everton's Nikola Vlasic scores the second goal against Apollon Limassol image Colin Lane propelled by Vlasic. They improved in the second half for sure, yet still couldn't hold on to a lead against 10 men. Before the game, Koeman said if we don't win tomorrow it's already really dangerous until the end of the group stage. But it'll be the knock-on effect this latest setback could have on Everton's league form that will immediately concern everyone. This is not the first time Koeman has used the word afraid to describe this team, yet the problem hasn't been resolved, and fans have every right to question why not, after working so hard to return to Europe, to be dumped out before the knockout stages because of a lack of belief would unacceptable. Serious questions are being asked now of Koeman, his players, and of their recent recruitment. Have the Blues bought players without character? Do they not fancy digging it when it gets tough? Are they not as good as their price tags suggest? Injuries aren't helping, but the starting 11 that Koeman put out should have been able to get a win here, but yet again HES having to look to the bench to get them out of trouble. Hector Yus Cantin of Apollon Limassol scores his side's second goal during the UEFA Europa League Group E match at Everton image Jan Kruger Getty images. Vlasic looked like he was going to be the hero, but his efforts were in vain as Everton wilted late on. If Koeman and his players don't sort this out quick, then it'll not just a crisis of confidence that is the problem.